So let's imagine there is a cricket match. Two matches are happening. Okay, so matches are happening, team 1 and team 2. What happens? So this is the India, and this is Australia, and this is Australia, and this is the India. Now what happens if you have a match between India and Australia, Australia and India? Do you think is there any difference between India versus Australia or Australia versus India? Do you think is there any difference between India versus Australia or Australia to India? Tell me, team.
It's a different, right?
For example, if I say elections between the BJP versus Congress or Congress versus BJP, so any difference will be there?
Teams,
No
like,
difference.
No difference.
No difference.
So here, India versus Australia match or Australia versus India match doesn't matter. Both matches is nothing but teams are same. Only thing is maybe at the time of entry, people might have entered like this. So now what happens? If you have a like this, what happens? Let me tell you. Our end goal is, so whenever India and Australia test match happened, so in the one of the test, they have total data, the total runs is 460 runs they have achieved. In the second test, they achieved a 420. But here, instead of India, Australia, they mentioned in the reverse way. Now, if I want to submit, if I simply say group by team 1, comma team 2, sum of total score, will I be able to submit to 880 or not? Is it possible to submit like this? Okay, let me
No.
show you. Let me show you what I'm trying to ask you. So this is the India, Australia, Australia, India. Now, if I simply say this, df dot group by team 1 comma team 2, aggregate of count of star as a total, count of star as total matches, and the total score is nothing but a final score. So if I submit, will it become, these two will become same? No. See, India, Australia, it is treating differently. Australia, India, it is treating differently. It is not summing, but here there are some records: New Zealand, England, New Zealand, England. So same data. That's why it is just summed these records, and it is saying 1050. But we know that even though it is just swapped the teams, but these two records are same. These two records are same. So that's why I want to submit these two records. How to achieve that? Understood, Tim? Everybody understood? I have shown you practically.
Yes.
If you simply put a group by team 1 and comma team 2, what happens? It will be treated as a differently. But now what we want to combine these two results even though teams are swapped. So that's why now you have a one choice. The choice is very simple. So string comparison. Australia is smaller or India is smaller. A is small value or I is smaller value.
A is small.
A is smaller value. Meaning you can do two things, but I don't want to confuse you. That's why we will go very simple approach. So I want to put all Australia at the first, India into the next. Meaning wherever it is doesn't matter. Always whenever I am comparing like this, if I and A comes, first I want to swap it to A to I, because small I want to keep it this side and bigger one I want to keep this side. Similarly, tomorrow if A to I, meaning Australia to India only came, so no problem. It is, I no need to change it because already it is A to I. It is smaller to bigger, so I no need to change it, isn't it? That's how you need to swap these team names. Okay, you need to swap these team names so that we can able to submit. Okay, So normalize the team as the data has entries of both team 1 versus team 2 versus team 1, India versus Australia and Australia versus India. We need to treat these two as the same match. For example, India versus Australia should be considered the same as Australia versus India. So that's why we need, so once we consider that, we need to aggregate the scores of each pair of teams. For example, if India Australia played multiple matches, you should sum up all the scores for those matches. Count the number of matches played between the each team. Now you see what I am doing here. I am putting A smaller value here, bigger value here. I smaller value, bigger value this side. E smaller value, bigger value this side. Now, once you just bring it like this, now I can able to submit 880. So total records I have combined here is 2. So 2 records combined means 2 matches you are combined. Total matches is 2. The aggregated total score is 880. If you see New Zealand, England, New Zealand, England, New Zealand, England, England, New Zealand. So 4 test matches they played, and the last test match they swapped it. But we know that this match is also same as this. So I want to combine this 4 scores. Understood him, everybody? So in order to do that, yeah. So first let's finish this. Yeah. So you can see this is the data. Yeah, you know this won't work. Okay, this approach won't work if you directly group by. So that's why what we want to do, from the df I want to select, and when if the team 1 string value, the string comparison I am doing, India value is less than Australia, meaning if the Australia value is bigger, if the Australia value is bigger, then you keep the India only. See, so here what happens, Australia value is bigger, then you keep India as a first value and Australia as a second value. But here this condition is true or false. This condition is false. Now what happens? What happens? This condition, so this condition is basically false. If this condition is false means I am putting team 2 Australia as a team 1 new. What I'm doing in the new column, I am putting Australia as a team 1. See, team 1 new, what happens? Team 2 will come. Why? You see, compare here. So call of team 1. So call of team 1 means India less than Australia. Condition is true or false? I'm asking you. Tell me. Please tell me, team. You
Yeah.
people should support.
False.
It is
False.
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 False one.
It is false. If it is a false means what I am returning? Condition false means this will not come. I am returning a team 2.
Australia.
Meaning
Team 2.
Australia, I am adding it as a team 1.
Correct.
So next condition I am doing is one more column I am deriving when call of T1 team 1 less than team 2. If same condition is false, again next time if it is a false, so I am putting team 2 as a team 2 new, meaning I am putting what here? Team 2, meaning so this time the condition is true or false here. This time condition
True.
is true or false.
That is true. That is true.
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 This time how it is a true, team? This time also it is false, right?
False.
This is India less than Australia. Condition is still false. If it is a false, this time I am
Okay.
taking a team 1.
Instead of keeping
Meaning
in
this
team
I am
1 new,
taking
you're
as a
keeping
team
in
2.
team 2 new. Yeah.
Correct.
Right. Got it.
So I am repeating, team. Here condition is India less than Australia. Condition is false. If it is a false, I am taking a team 2. Same condition, if it is a false, I am taking a team 1. Meaning now Australia will commit as a team 1 new. India will
Team,
commit as a team 2 new.
team 2. Got it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now if I execute this, now you see. Now you see smaller values this side, smaller values this side, and bigger values this side. This is a team 1 new, this is a team 2 new. Understood?
Yes.
Once you have like this, it is simple, isn't it? So df1 group by team1 new, team2 new. You are just grouping by this, and you are taking count of star. Number of rows is nothing but a total matches. Sum of this total scores is nothing but a aggregate total scores. Very simple it is.
Only one doubt, when you compare, the string compares only the first character, not the entire string.
If first character is same, then it will go to the next character.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you told me that this is
We
how it
already
works. It's
discussed
not like,
when
yeah,
we
yeah.
are
I
discussing
just recall.
testing,
Got it, got it. If
deep
first,
dive
for
into
instance,
the string.
got it, got it.
Yes, we
Yeah,
discussed
yeah,
these things in the deep dive into the string data type. I discussed the strings
yeah, yeah. I got.
comparison.
I just recalled. Mine is working with the string, right? I got. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, see now Australia versus India, total matches are 2, total aggregated total score is 880. India versus New Zealand, total matches is 1, and aggregate total is England versus New Zealand, 4 test matches, 1370 is the total scores. Are we all good team till here? So I just completed the second question team. I just completed the second question. Clear all of you team?
Yes.
Okay. Now we need to move on to the next question. See, same solutions can be done it in the SQL as well. It is very, very, very simple. So yeah, let me tell you. So here we don't have time to discuss this. That's why I'm not discussing. Okay. So from the same DF, I'm creating a table called matches is a temp table with the same data. And so what I'm doing, I'm trying to show you. So how you can derive a new columns in the SQL is using the case statement. So we have used a when, right, in the PySpark, very similar to that case. When this is the condition, if it is a false, team 2 as a team 1 new, so false, team 1 as a team 2 new. So you will be getting in CT is a common table expression, temp table kind of common table expression works as a temporary result set. So it just holds the result within this particular session. So here you can able to query, you can say, so Australia India, Australia India, like this I am able to bring it. Once I bring it, now you say I have used a star. That's why I'm getting the existing columns plus newly derived 2 columns. But next what I will do, star I am not using. I am taking a team 1 new, team 2 new and total scores only I am taking. Okay, you got it like this. So in the CTE1 you got this. So on the CTE1 directly, instead of putting select star from CTE, now what you can do is you can say select team 1 new, team 2 new, sum of total scores as the aggregate total scores, count of star as a total matches from CT1, group by team 1 new, team 2 new. Okay, so I'm grouping by, so the team 1, team 2. So when you group it, so these two will come into the one group. So the count of records is nothing but a total matches, sum of total scores is nothing but a aggregated totals scores. Okay, that's it. Even in the SQL we discussed